First off, I want to thank the Chamber Committee for choosing us for the Business of the Year award, as well as whomever brought the nomination to the table. We were shocked to hear that we were chosen and are grateful for the honor. Although I'm aging myself in telling you I've been around the Alabama Hotel since the 1960s, I've only owned it a few years, and I think it appropriate to honor its storied past. The hotel was originally built in 1844 as a place for stagecoaches and weary travelers to stop or overnight on their way between Rochester and Buffalo. Built by the same men who constructed the Walsh Hotel in Medina, the Alabama Hotel soon became a central hub where town meetings, trials, weddings, and important community gatherings were held. Nearly 100 years into its operation, the Woodward family purchased the hotel in 1956. My late father-in-law, Earl Woodward, saw it as a way to bring his young family from Rochester to a slower, more meaningful way of life and to a business which his wife could support should anything happen to him. After his passing in 1965, my mother-in-law, Agnes, who we all call Bunny, and her mother, Ellen, who we call Nanny, ran the hotel successfully until the 1980s, serving up their famous Friday night fish fries, Nanny's homemade pies, and Sunday family-style dinners. Pat Woodward then took the reins and added to the dining room to accommodate more patrons, later running the Batavia's former Candlelight Restaurant and Exit 48A Diner in Pembroke. After Pat passed suddenly, his son, my nephew Danny, carried on the family tradition for 20 years until he sold it to me in September 2019, despite everyone trying to talk me out of it. I had seen my kids and family grow up there, and it didn't feel like the right time to close that book. The naysayers almost proved me right, given the timing of COVID a few months later. But we survived the plague with the support of the community and did a bustling takeout business. With the help of Josh Swimline, the hotel has a new and improved, if I must say so myself, style. Luckily, I inherited many of the current employees who have kindly trained me on the job. My husband always said, it's not what you know, but who you know. So I surround myself with an excellent team, supported by a great community. They have all contributed to the success of the restaurant, and many of them are here tonight. I would be remiss if I didn't mention Joe Brott, whom I hired to help manage, as unfortunately I'm not getting any younger. Like me, he faced adversity soon after he came on by way of the blizzard of 2022, when he contributed to our 15 minutes of national fame. That's a story I'll leave for him to tell next. Thank you all again for your support and recognition. And here's Joe.
Hi there, I'm Joe, General Manager of the Alabama Hotel. I've been here for about 15 months, joined a team of folks that have been here for quite a while, along with Bonnie, and I run the day-to-day operations of the hotel. Most of you know the Alabama Hotel for our famous fresh salad bar and our Friday night takeout fish fries. Recently, we have dove into the catering business. Thank you to Frank Penna. A couple years ago, we were looking for a caterer for our Christmas party for our employees, so we didn't have to do the work ourselves. And when I reached out to Frank, Frank explained that he was looking to step away from that business a little bit. So thanks to him, our catering business has really gone through the roof. We've recently purchased a catering van, and we're traveling all over the county doing events, both in the county, delivering catering food, and doing catering here at the restaurant. Our head chef, Josh Swimline, he does a fantastic job. We have a great staff of waitresses and bartenders that will travel to and from events to make those events happen. As you may have heard, one of our most memorable moments was Christmas of 2022. I had only been here for a few months. The big Christmas blizzard. we knew the weather was going to come in that day, and we had planned early on to not be open in light of the incoming storm. But we did have some things here at the restaurant to button up and to be prepared to be closed for a few days. So upon my arrival, I came in and did a few things, and then went to leave, and the weather turned me around, and I ended up back here at the hotel, not sure what to do, where to go next due to the weather. I was quickly joined by 120 friends who spent the next few days with us here at the hotel. Unfortunately, because it wasn't planned out, I was the only employee here, but we did have the help of our neighbors, Craig Alexander, Brian Katarski, who came and offered help. We had plenty of locals who brought supplies. Andrew Anderson brought some stuff. We made sure that we had Christmas for all the kids that were here. But I guess my biggest trial during that was actually preparing the food. So thankfully, Bonnie and Josh were just a phone call away, and were able to talk me through some recipes, and we fed the masses. And we do it all over again if we needed to. So the funny part is although we are the Alabama Hotel, we are not set up for accommodations. Our upstairs rooms are mainly for storage. So 120 people, that's tough. Where do you put 120 people? They slept wherever they could put their head down. We did put some children with their parents upstairs and allowed them to have a little bit more private rooms, floor space, air mattresses. But pretty much every square inch of this place was covered in people laying as comfortably as they could, and just hanging out and having a good time with each other. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. So many different nationalities, so many different races. None of that in that moment mattered. They were all here for each other. In the short amount of time, the 15, 16 months that I've been here, I would have to say that our greatest asset is our employees. Sometimes we feel like we may know a little bit more, or they may know a little bit more, but collectively, as Bonnie said earlier, this is one of the best teams that I have ever worked with. Sure, everybody has their days, but at the end of the day, we are all here for the same thing, and that is to give our customers the true experience of the Alabama Hotel.
The 2023 Business of the Year, Alabama Hotel.